Okay guys, welcome to another Fishhead Curt video. As I'm sure you figured out, I haven't posted in a while. Life has been crazy busy. I did get a chance to shoot some videos with Water Warrior on doing some modifications on his kayak. We changed the seat mount just a little bit to make it more watertight, and added some accessory rails on for him. So I did get to shoot that. He's got that up on his channel. I'll put a link in the description below. But I've also been working on another project on my stuff. So as you guys know, I keep my kayak in the back of the truck, just in the bed, so that I have it whenever I want. I can just throw it on the water and go. I am venturing out on some bigger and bigger lakes, the river, the whole 9 yards, and trolling motor is a necessity. Not just for the distance you're traveling, but also to help hold you in place while you're fishing. I don't have a micro pole on my kayak. I'm not going to put one on this kayak. My goal is to hopefully upgrade the kayak this fall. So I don't want to invest too much. Everything that I've done is transferable over to whatever new kayak I get. And this new system that I'm working on will be fabulous too. So, you know, I've got to have a battery on my kayak because I need to keep my trolling motor charged, or trolling motor battery charged, and I need to keep the battery charged so that I can use my fish finder. I don't tend to use them a whole lot because charging the battery is kind of a pain in the butt. Also my GoPro batteries, you know, I tend to forget some at home, not have them charged when I'm ready to just go and do something. So I'm trying to find a solution for all of that, and I think I've come up with it. So check this out. I started off, the idea is to put a charging center on the truck so that wherever I go, I've got my GoPro camera, I've got my GoPro batteries, everything is good to go. So we started with running a main power line from the battery all the way back to the back of the truck. So here you can see we've got our main power. It's a 4-gauge power. We do have an inline circuit breaker on it. You can see here, main power, circuit breaker, okay? That runs all the way to the back of the truck. We were fortunate to find a route where we didn't have to cut any holes. There was a hole pre-existing in the bed here. We came up through the inside of the between the fender and the bed of the truck, came out here, and we have put this connector on here. So this is just a quick disconnect, so we can quickly disconnect power from our power box in the wintertime when we want to take it out. We also installed, you know, most guys on the bass boats, they put a charger on the boat and they literally just plug the boat in. Well, for us, we can't do that on a kayak. You know, it's really not practical. So the truck is a mess right now. I have been all over the place, just running around, you know, working on this project, working on some other projects I got. But I put on a Pro Meriter Pro Sport 6. So this is a single bank 6-amp charger. So this takes house power. So you have to plug it into like a 110 outlet. And then it's got cables that go to the battery on the boat. So, you know, we're gonna set it up so that we could take these cables on and off the battery real easy, real quick. But then there's the problem of house power. Okay, how are we getting house power? So, what we've been working on is we've been working on this charging system. So you guys saw we have power and ground back here, power pulled from the battery, ground just grounded to the chassis. And we are working on this box here, which is part of what we're gonna go finish today. It's probably not gonna be till late tonight when I get it finished, but you can see we have the other end of that cable that will plug right into the cable up there in the truck. And then inside here, we have a power inverter. So this is gonna give us our 110 that we need for our battery charger. It's also gonna give us a 110 spot to plug in a USB charger. So this relay, what I did is I took the switch out and I wired 2 wires into the power inverter. This switch is gonna go to an ignition wire in the truck so that when the truck is running, this is on. I don't have to worry about remembering to turn it on, anything of the sort. Truck's on, relay's on, which means this is on. So we've got, it's a watertight box. It was a dry box, as you guys can see here. It's an Allen dry box. It does have a gasket here that when you close it up and latch it, it seals. To get our wires in, I got these ports that I drilled holes in the box The wire goes through them, and then you tighten them down, and they create a watertight seal. So we don't have to worry about water getting into our box that way. Once we get this done, piece of foam goes on here, and then we have our GoPro battery chargers in here. We'll have 5 batteries charged at all times, whenever we want it. And we can keep some other little accessories or whatever we need in here. I'll probably keep my microphone in here and all of that. So this is the project we are currently working on, hoping to have it done tonight. We leave Thursday night to go to Deep Creek Lake. As you can see, I've got dry bag here. It's got GoPro batteries in it right now. So we leave Thursday night to go to Deep Creek Lake. It's actually for my girlfriend's birthday. So we're going up there to celebrate that, but there's no way I'm going to Deep Creek Lake and not getting out on the water. So her parents own a house up there. They also have a 22-foot pontoon boat. So we will be going out on the pontoon boat some, but I want to get the kayak out there and I want to have the trolling motor on it. So if I get this charging setup done late tonight, I can put the battery and the trolling motor on the kayak tomorrow. And then when we go up Thursday night, I'm ready to go. I'll be back in a little bit to show you guys the progress and how things are going, and hopefully show you the finished product later on tonight. So catch you guys in a bit. See ya. All right, guys. This ended up being a little bit more of a project than we thought. Turns out the bed of this pickup truck is not grounded. So I now have to add a ground cable from the body of the truck, or the frame of the truck, to the bed of the truck. So it's been moving along pretty good. Seems like everything's going to work. Just a little bit more work than we had intended. So get back at it. Unfortunately, we're working in the rain. I'm soaking wet. It's a mess, but we're going to get her done. See you in a bit. Okay, guys. I know it's probably really hard to see me. It's 9:07 p.m. and got everything done that we needed the garage for. I got to go home and set up some more stuff inside the dry box. Once we get that done, we will be 100% complete and ready to put it in the truck, good to go. So I'm gonna finish up tonight. I might show you guys the inside of the dry box tonight. If not, I will tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the day we put it in the truck, make sure everything works, and then probably tomorrow evening I will go ahead and grab my battery and my trolling motor and put those on the kayak, ready to go, and be ready to go up to Deep Creek Lake. So I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm out. Hey guys, back again. It is 11:55, almost midnight, and we're wrapped up on the box. It's gonna have to go in the truck tomorrow. I'm done for the day, but I figured I'd show you what we've got here. So you guys remember that battery charger I showed you in the truck? We've got an extension cord that comes out of our dry box for the battery charger to plug into. We've got it coming through another waterproof connector port here, so it's sealed up. It's not going to leak any water. Inside, underneath this foam, we have our power inverter that's converting our 12 volts from our truck to 110 volts. We have a surge strip plugged into that, where we have the extension cord plugged in here. We have a USB charger here plugged in, and then over here we have our 2 battery banks for our GoPro batteries. So these will just plug in, boop, good to go. Out of this side, as we saw earlier, we have the positive and negative 12 volt cables, and this here gets connected to another wire that comes back to the bed of the truck that turns on the power inverter automatically when the truck is started. So truck's on, all of this is on, everything is being charged. The battery charger will be plugged in, so our trolling motor battery will be charging. So we close this up and seal it here, and we are watertight. So this will stay in the back of the truck so that the battery in the kayak is charged all the time. GoPro batteries are charged all the time. We're good to go whenever we want to. So just wanted to show you guys that. When I get it put in the truck tomorrow, I will show you the whole setup and how it works. So that's it for tonight. I'm calling it a night. Like I said, it's almost midnight, if you can see that. Hey fish heads, So, the little project we were working on for the charging system for the Kayak, well, we got that done, but I didn't get a chance to go get my kayak motor or my trolling motor and my battery. So we are in the truck now, on our way up to Deep Creek Lake. No trolling motor, but that's okay. We still got the kayak, we got a paddle, and of course, we've got a 22-foot pontoon boat up there. So, you know, hopefully we're gonna get out on the water a bit. There's supposed to be a ton of rain this weekend. Not looking forward to it. The screen goes off. All you gotta do is tap it and it comes back.
I didn't know that. Sorry.
Battery.
Now you have to edit.
Sorry, a little bit of a filming issue there.
Hi.
Beth is filming for me for the first time. She and I talked, and she decided she wanted to get involved in my project, which is great. So I've got a partner here now. Beth is my girlfriend, so she's going to be helping out quite a bit, and maybe one day she'll let us get us on camera, but she's pretty camera shy, so we'll see. So we're going to be up there 5 days. We're going to try to hit the water as much as possible, but there's a very important reason we're going to the lake, which is it is Beth's 40th birthday on Saturday. So that's the whole reason we're going up. So the number one goal is spend some time with Beth, have a good time, and celebrate her 40th birthday. We'll get some recording as we get up the road here a little bit, and you know, we'll give you a tour of the house, and we'll get out on the water and get some good footage out there. All right, fish heads. So, you know, we've been kind of moseying up the road towards Deep Creek, and we decided to stop here in LaVale because the other day I broke a fishing rod and I needed a replacement. And I knew that there was this place in LaVale, and you know, they're good people. I'm not going to say anything bad about them. I'm not going to put their name out there, but there is a sporting goods store in LaVale that sells all kinds of canoes, kayaks, all kinds of stuff, fishing gear. I mean, it's a sporting goods store. And so I said, okay, on the way up, we basically go by it. It's like 3 or 4 minutes out of the way. I thought, okay, cool. I'll stop in and pick up a new rod. Yeah. No. So I did pick up a rod. I literally picked up a $49.99 baitcast rod. It's nothing I'm super excited about. It is a brand I've never used before, so I'm gonna give it a shot. But they didn't have any of the brands that I necessarily was looking for. So, you know, we'll give it a shot, we'll see what happens. And then we ran to Wally World to pick up some of the essentials. And now we're gonna eat. It is 7:44 p.m. so we're hungry. So, where are we gonna eat? Where are we gonna eat? Where is it? Where is it? Cracker Barrel! I love me some Cracker Barrel. I grew up, my grandparents always had a motorhome or a trailer. And whenever we would travel with them to Florida, Myrtle Beach, Tennessee, you know, any of the places we went, we always stopped at Cracker Barrel to eat. So, good memories, good times, good home style cooked food. So, that's where we're gonna eat tonight. We're gonna get our eat on, and then we're gonna get back in the truck with a food coma and drive the last probably 45 minutes or so to the house. So, we'll catch you guys later. Peace. Tootling along here, just kind of mapping a little bit as to what's going on with the fish finder here, and then once we kind of have an idea as to where the fish are sitting at now, because it's like 70 some degrees this morning where we've been in the 80s. pretty much for the last 2 weeks in the mornings. So this is a 10-degree difference for this time of day. So not exactly sure where they're going to be. So we're going to watch the fish finder for a while, see where they're at. Once I know the depths they're at, and if they're sitting on structure, rock, wood, soft bottoms, then I know the lake pretty well, so we'll go find some spots. So see you in a bit. Peace. All right, everybody, as part of Best's birthday, we came out to the Honi-Honi bar. So here's a view of what we got. Our boat's out there somewhere in the mix of all of those. So after this, we're gonna head back out on the lake, and I think they're gonna do a little bit of swimming and whatnot. I'm gonna do a little bit of fishing and just have some fun. We'll see you guys in a bit. Peace. Hey, fish heads, back at it again. So just about everything that could have gone wrong went wrong while we were up at Deep Creek Lake. So we had a ton of rain, didn't really get to get out and do much. We did get out on the boat one day, and that was basically a little tour for me to show Beth's friends and family, and went out to Honi-Honi bar and hung out there for a while. But we didn't get any fishing done. We didn't really get any magnet fishing done. About 45 minutes of magnet fishing, nothing spectacular, but didn't even get to work on the charging system. So finished the charging system today. Want to give you the final, let you guys see what we got. So general setup here, as you can see, we've got the kayak loaded up. The extension bar back here was given to me. I put it on for now, what the heck. But it's really for, this is a 10-foot kayak, and looking to upgrade to a 13-foot. I'm actually looking at the Jackson Kayak Big Rig. I think I might be getting that either for the end of the season or the beginning of next season. So either way, I'm gonna need this extension bar. So went ahead and threw it on there. Haven't strapped the kayak on yet because I just kind of want to show you guys what we got. So trolling motor here. This is one of the first modifications I did to the boat. You guys can see, basically we took the head off, extended all the wiring for the electronics. We have a little control box right there. Turn the switch, and those are your different speeds, forward and reverse. Battery up front. Over there you will see the dry box that we've been building in the corner right there. And here you can see the what is supposed to be an onboard charging system for a boat. So as you all know, we just modified it, mounted it to the truck here, and have it wired into our battery here, where we also have the trolling motor wired in and the fish finder wired in. Mount and cables for the fish finder right there, and we're good to go. So what I did is I did a couple of things just to make this easy. You know, the Pro Mariner Pro Sport 6 came with a positive and negative lead to come off of it, and they both had ring terminals on them. And the downside with that is then every time, you know, if it's something like this where you're not keeping the charger on the boat, which is what it's meant for, then every time you want to take a kayak out, you have to loosen the bolts or loosen the nuts, take the ring terminals off, put the nuts back on, take them back off when you're done, put the wires back on. I didn't want to go through that. So I was trying to come up with a simple and easy solution. So what we came up with was what I thought was just kind of obvious. Cheapy extension cord, cut it in half, flip it around. We put two ring terminals on it, one for the positive, one for the negative, and we ran that end, which is the plug-in end, to the battery. So got a plug there. Well, what about the other end? So we took the wires that came with the Pro Mariner Pro Sport 6 and just attached them onto the other end of the extension cord here. Now, you do have to make sure that your polarity is right. So I made sure that I bought a polarized plug, which is where one terminal on the cord is wider than the other. And that way I'll always have my positive and negative correct. And if you look at the female end, You will also see that one side of the port here is larger than this one. So my positive and negative is always going to be right. All we have to do, try to do this one-handed here, is plug this in, and we are now connected from the charger to the battery. We want to go out on the water, we just unplug it, throw the female plug up in the bow of the boat, and we're good to go. We'll go back over here and we'll look at the dry box. So, dry box is here. You can see down here the power cables that go to it. We have a quick disconnect here to disconnect that. There is an extension cord run over to the charger over there, and that will just unplug. And then inside the dry box here, we have, these actually don't belong there, they belong in the top. These are rubber caps for when I disconnect it to keep those connectors watertight. We have our GoPro microphone adapter, a microphone, our surge strip in the bottom here underneath all this wiring, you can see. And then we have plugged in here this charger. It goes to the 2 chargers, holds 6 total batteries. And of course the power inverter is all the way in the bottom of it. Everything watertight through watertight ports, etc. So we close this back up, latch it, this opens up. And since these aren't electronic at all, these go up in here, just like that. Close that up so we never lose those. And our dry box doesn't move. We went all the way to Deep Creek Lake with it in there, and it didn't move at all. So we're just gonna kind of leave it chilling there, and we're good. So whenever we wanna hit the water, our battery should be charged. The power inverter in the dry box and the, therefore the Pro Mariner Pro Sport 6 charger, as well as the 2 USB chargers for the GoPro batteries, all of that powers up the moment I turn the truck on. So hopefully you'll be able to see the LEDs. Don't know because of the light. We start the truck. And if you guys can see, put a little bit of shade here. We're lit up here on AC power. We're lit up here on battery type, which is red, which is for a flooded or standard glass mat. And then up here, this will go green once the system checks out okay. The charging is flashing red. It's doing a cycle on the battery. It's reading the battery. Once it knows the status of the battery, this will become solid red until it's fully charged, and the system check will come on green. So here, I don't know if you guys can see it with the light. The system check okay has lit up green. The charging light is on solid red because it's charging. We're good to go. But that powered up, as well as the chargers in the dry box. Show you that. I only have one battery in. It's fully charged, but you should be able to see all 6 green LEDs on. So we're good to go. Anytime we hit the water, we should be ready. Charged battery, charged GoPro batteries, microphone in the box at all times. So that's it, guys. Charging system is done. Hopefully it's gonna be a long-term investment here. Everything that I've done should transfer over to the Jackson Kayak Big Rig or whatever other kayak I decide to get. So that's our goal, was to set this up so that we can move it from boat to boat to boat. All right, fish heads, I'm out for now. Peace.